Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News. Massachusetts will hold its presidential primaries on March 5th. We spoke with Attleboro Elections Commissioner Mike Murphy to learn more about the election process and how residents can participate.
Mike Murphy, a member of the Attleboro Election Commission, responsible for conducting all of the elections in the city. And the upcoming election is actually known as Super Tuesday, or the Presidential Preference Primary, which will be held on March 5th. So it's Tuesday, March 5th. People need to understand that what you're doing is you're choosing a party ballot, either a Republican, a Democrat, or a Libertarian. Those are the three parties that we have here in Massachusetts on the ballot. And on each of those ballots, there are the presidential preference candidates. If you're registered now in any one of those parties or registered before the 24th of February, you have to take that party's ballot. For example, if you're a registered Republican, you can't walk in on March 5th and ask for a Democratic ballot. On the other hand, most voters are what we call unenrolled or independent. You will have the option of choosing any one of the three ballots, Republican, Democrat, or Libertarian. When you do that, you will not become registered in that party. That's simply for the ballot you chose that day. When you walk out, you are still an unenrolled voter. Interestingly enough, with mail-in voting now, we have a lot of people who've already requested ballots for the March 5th election. Many have chosen Libertarian, which is interesting because we have only a handful of Libertarians actually registered currently in each precinct. And we've got a suspicion that people may be confusing Libertarian with Independent. Okay, so think twice, because you'll pick up a Libertarian ballot and that will be the only ballot you'll be able to use. You can't turn around and say, oh, I made a mistake. So it's important that you know the difference between Independent or unenrolled and Libertarian. The other things on the ballot for the Democrats and the Republicans, they get to vote for state committee man, state committee woman, and ward committee people. Okay, and the Republican ballots and the Democratic ballots all have candidates for those positions. They're all unopposed, but they're on the ballot. The Libertarian ballot does not have those, so they have not submitted any names for those positions. But that's all that will be on the ballot, is the presidential preference and the state committee people and the ward committee people. You can register to vote until the 27th of February. If you have any questions, you can call the elections office, or if you know for a fact that you're not a registered voter, perhaps you've just moved into the city, anything like that, you have until the 27th of February. The mail-in ballots are already being sent out. Those have to be returned by 8 p.m. on Election Day. Not postmarked, but returned. So if you don't have them in the mail, let's say by Saturday, before that Tuesday, you probably want to hand deliver it to the election office or to the drop box, which is located at the rear door of City Hall. Be very careful if they're doing the mail-in voting to make sure that they complete the ballot completely, put it in the correct envelope, sign it where it says sign it. Our office does spend an awful lot of time calling people up saying, we've received your ballot, but you forgot to sign the envelope, and so people have to come in and make special trips. As far as Election Day itself, the polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and the polling places are unchanged from last year's municipal election. But just to go over them, Ward 1 is the Coelho Middle School. Ward 2 is now at the Studley Elementary School off Rathbun-Willard Drive. Ward 3 is in the Attleboro High School Marketplace, which is off of Rathbun-Willard Drive. Wards 4 and 5, as they have been for many years, are still at the Welcome Center at La Salette, and Ward 6 is at the Elks on South Main Street in Hebronville.